Diana, thank you for joining us on Plugged In today.
It's an honor.
Oh, wonderful.
Especially having met you.
Yes, thank you. We've asked you here today to Plugged In because you have been an altruistic, or also called a non-directed living donor. I'd love for you to take us through today a little bit where this all began and just, wow, take us through. This is an amazing story. We'd love to hear a little bit about it.
I did start inquiring about this. It would have been in about 1990, 95, but I was advised by that time that I was probably aging out of the program, and I would only have been in my 50s then.
Yeah.
Maybe that was wrong, but that's what seems to stick in my mind. And then lots of things happened in my life, and I ended up in Armstrong, and I must have heard something on the radio or read something in the paper about people needing donors, and I don't know, I thought, well, why not?
Amazing. So fast forward, a number of years, you hear something that cues your mind of something that you had asked a number of years ago, and
Yes.
so it made you want to reach out again. And what was that process like? How did you go about it, and how long did that take you to go through that new process once you re-inquired?
2 years, but I must have called here, I'm thinking, this office, I don't know, but I did call, and was I too old, because I was 75 then, and was I too old? And I got the reply that no, there is no age limit. So then it started with the questionnaires, and filled that out, and then Renee contacted me. So then I started blood work, and I had to do blood work and ECG, and I had to go to the doctors 3 times to get my blood pressure taken, and of course you had to have x-rays,
Right.
and then I had to have special blood tests that could only be done at the hospital.
Yes.
And you'd be fine down here at the labs in Vancouver, but in more rural areas, it's not quite so easy. And of course, we were right in the middle of COVID at that point.
Yes, right.
And trying to get blood work done in Armstrong was not that easy to get an appointment. You'd have to wait 3 months to get an appointment. So it was a question of, hurry up and wait, go and line up at the clinics. Had one incident once where I waited 5 hours at Vernon Jubilee Hospital because one of the tests had to be done at a hospital.
Right.
So it couldn't be done at a local clinic. So that was kind of, I'm not good at fasting at the best of times.
Oh, gosh.
So fasting for 5 hours, I wasn't a happy person at the end of that, but I got it done.
Oh, interesting.
And I thought, and they said, just let it chill in the back of your mind. Don't even think about it. And then if you want, at the end of that month, if you still feel, or whenever, just let us know. But they wanted me to have a sort of cooling off phase, I guess.
Well, it's definitely, even though it took some time, there's a lot of, as I said earlier, dedication to going through that process. So I think it's for our minds, and if your heart spoke to you at the end and you were still clearly dedicated as you were, I'm sure, that was helpful, especially for someone that doesn't have a loved one or someone that specifically, right, that they're watching maybe, right? So you could take that time to reflect and make sure that was the right choice for you.
Yes, and I talked to quite a few people. I have some very good friends. I don't have any significant other or anything. I live on my own. But they were very helpful and very supportive to me. And my sister as well, I talked to her. So I think maybe it was just that they told me to go away and cool off.
Yeah.
Not cool off, but just have a break and get back to them. And then I did. And then, of course, the knee surgery cropped up. So then we did the knee surgery first.
Yeah.
And they did actually put me on the match donor list back in middle of last year.
Okay.
But they didn't come up with anyone for me. And then the knee was, I scheduled, so I had the knee done. And then when I was recovered from the knee about 3 months after that, then I called them and said earlier this year, and I said, I think I'm ready.
Amazing.
Yes.
So you let them know that you were feeling ready to go through this amazing process.
Yeah.
When did you get the call back to say, we have a surgery date? What was your feelings around that?
They called me back right away. It was like as soon as I said to them, yeah, I'm ready, saying, oh, well, we'll this, and this. And I said, oh, well, I'll call you next Friday and let you know we'll probably have a surgery date. It was slam bang, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my goodness. So, but we carried on. I felt a little bit unsettled, I have to say.
Yeah, of course.
By, I think, 3 weeks of contacting them to say I was ready, then they gave me a surgery date.
Amazing.
Yes.
So you're getting to the point where surgery is coming up. I'd love to hear a little bit more about it. Are you good to stick for a few more moments?
Yes, certainly.
Fabulous. Stick with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.